Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading for what do you want and how can you get it. Now, some people think that desire is the root of all suffering, and there is some truth to that quote. However, on my path, I've really found that my desires have led me on the path of my soul mission life purpose. My desires and following my desires has led me to my greatest good. Sometimes the desires that you have, the things that you want, the changes you want to bring into your life are there for a reason. So listen to your heart. If you feel like there's a certain desire that you have that you've been called to take action on for so long, and that thought and that vision just keeps coming up and keeps coming up, trust in that vision, because sometimes we get intuitive messages through our thoughts, through our inner desires. So I want to help you guys today by tapping into what this desire is and how you can move forward to achieve it or to create change in your life to go onto that path. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. Only take the messages that resonate with you. And I do want to just shout out real quick that this is the last weekend of my spring sale. So this is your last chance to get a reading or coaching off of my website where everything is on sale through this weekend only. So head over to promiseharmony.com/services if you're interested in Skyping with me or in getting a recorded video message or getting personal coaching, and all the information will be in the description below. You guys will find that the prices are really fair already, but with this added sale, it's legit. So let's go ahead and choose a crystal. If you want to get a message here, number 1 is the Sandstone. Number 2 is the raw quartz crystal. Number 3 is the yellow citrine crystal. And number 4 is the Leopard jasper crystal. If you choose number 1, we're going to get started right away. And if you choose any of the other numbers or crystals, head to the comments below where my lovely subscribers help post the timestamps for me. Thank you guys again so much for helping me with that. You guys know my dyslexia is kind of intense and I always mess up the numbers and mix them up whenever I try to do the timestamps myself. So I really appreciate your support with that. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, the Sandstone. What is it that you want or you desire? So first of all, we see this card balance here. I mean, who doesn't want balance in their life? But seeing it next to this injustice card is making me think that you have been through some difficult times lately and it might be affecting your budget. So for some of you guys, not for everyone, the message could be that you want to increase your finances, you want to save money, or you want to make some kind of big purchase, or you want to make an investment and the funding just doesn't seem to be there at this time. And you want to find a balance. Maybe you're spreading yourself too thin. Maybe there's some debt that's built up, or there's some type of financial obligation you have that's coming up that's worrying you. And so you want to find balance with this. If it's not your finances, it could be something else in your life that does make you feel like you've been served injustice. Maybe, something awful happened, God forbid, and you're not feeling like the karma is coming through for that, or you're not feeling like life has done you fair. Maybe you just feel like things aren't going your way. Maybe you're running around like a chicken with its head cut off and you're stressed out and you're attending to all these different things at once and you feel like you don't get a minute to rest or you don't feel peace inside. And so it could be one of those things or all the things I just mentioned, but you are really wanting to feel balanced, to feel peace. And of course, you want it to be like a change in your circumstances, but I do want to remind you that balance comes from within. So sometimes it's not until we change our perception or we attend to our inner selves that our outer reality will reflect that. What's happening inside of us tends to mirror and tends to reflect in our outer reality. Have you ever heard anybody talking about the law of attraction, talking about like if you just believe it, or if you just, attract the vibration, or if you become the vibration of what you want, then it will come to you? Some of that is actually kind of true, because in the laws of the universe, as within, so without, as below, so above. And so what's happening inside of you will reflect in your outer reality. I saw a huge change in my life, in my circumstances, in my bank account, in my relationships, once I started doing inner healing work. For me, that looked like really taking care of my body, like eating healthy fruits and vegetables, lessening my meat consumption by going vegetarian or vegan, doing yoga, affirmations, meditations, therapy, journaling, self-help, healing journey, spiritual awakening, all that stuff. Like, it's not like you have to be perfect or you have to do all the things, but for me, those were some things I was like really called to do. And I worked on that for almost like a year before I saw huge change in my life. So maybe for you, this is talking about a need to go within, to create balance inside of you with your perception, with how you're seeing the world, with how you're feeling. And you're really wanting to feel change and to see change. So how can you do this? How can you accomplish this? It might not be a simple solution and everyone's different, but here are just some basic tips and pointers. Now we see imagination. So this is talking about your vision. Something that can help you to perceive your reality different, to be able to notice change or to be able to see opportunities, is through meditation. I love meditations where you can like imagine what your future could be, or you act as if what you've already wanted is around you, or where you tap into your inner peace. A really great meditation channel is Michael Seeley here on YouTube. I highly recommend his meditations, and my channel as well. I plan on having more meditations for you guys in the future. Actually, I just got some new equipment for it, so stay tuned, you guys. I'm feeling really blessed because I got some new equipment to record meditations, but you can just type in Rainbow Harmony meditation, and there's one for finances that I highly recommend. It comes with like a card reading and affirmations as well. It's like the full package. And then I have another one that's called Advice from Your Spirit Guide that's really great. And I have like 2 meditations that are part of last year's Manifest With Me in March series, and also this year's Manifest With Me in March that might come up that could be really relevant for you as well. But you can simply just relax, close your eyes, take deep breaths, and maybe clear your chakras, or just kind of melt into your bed or couch or whatever. And then when you feel calm, you can guide yourself through imagining new circumstances, or feeling peace in your body, or just body awareness. Using your imagination, using your third eye is something that can help create balance. I have dealt with stress and anxiety. I've been diagnosed with chronic anxiety, kind of what led me on this healing path and healing journey. And something I really learned is that a lot of times the anxiety is like a fear of your past repeating itself, or a fear of something in the future that hasn't happened. So sometimes just getting into the moment where everything truly is peaceful, where you do have control, where you are able to make choices to better your life, helps. So mindfulness meditations also really help. Or if you're just like not feeling like meditating, look around, feel, touch, smell, engage your senses, and pull yourself back into your body. Our reptilian brain, our human mind, our ego brain, whatever you want to call it, is constantly trying to worry and predict and control outcomes. And for me, I realize a lot of times that a lot of the things I'm worrying about are just random hypothetical situations that haven't even happened, that usually don't even happen. And it's a waste of my time and energy. And so Your imagination can be your best friend, but it can also be your worst enemy. So this might be talking about getting in control of your thoughts, allowing yourself to feel genuine emotions, but also pulling yourself in the present and being grounded. And then this is creativity. Exercising your creativity can put a really good vibration around you and can help you attract abundance into your life, can help you feel more balanced. So whether it's writing down in a journal your thoughts, your feelings, or maybe it's painting, or it's dancing, or singing, or just expressing yourself, working on a vision board or something, your creativity can help you to create more balance in your life. Maybe there's some big changes that you actually need to make in order to make your financial situation better, in order to balance you, whatever this is, it's off balance. And so your creativity can actually help. You can create a vision board, or you can make a list of the action steps you want to take. You can remind yourself there is something you can do. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You created your reality. Some things happen randomly, but you're in control of how you perceive those things and how you utilize what's happening around you to move forward. Some of the negative energy that's coming in your life, you can transmute that energy into something powerful. For instance, an example of how I've transmuted negative energy is I suffered abuse in the past, and I went through that and I healed from it, and still healing from it. But I realized I could use my story, I could use what I went through to help other people. And so that's a way that I transmuted that negative energy. Sometimes the memories of it come up, and I can, after I've spent some time allowing myself to feel those emotions and learning from them, I can make a song or something to write about it and to turn it into a work of art. Or sometimes I sit down with like an angry, flustered energy, and I'll paint a painting, and I can transmute that energy into something beautiful and healing. And so maybe some of your stress and negativity, or some of the more denser energies in your life, you can put it into artwork as well. This is talking about frustration. I think something that will help you balance more is learning how to handle your frustration in a healthy way. We're always going to get frustrated in life. We are going to get tense at times. Maybe you're like me and you struggle with anxiety and like hypervigilance and stuff like that. Just being able to recognize when that's happening and labeling that helps. Sometimes I'll be like panicking, and if I can just recognize, oh, I'm panicking, or I'm having a panic attack, or I'm having anxiety. Sometimes just labeling it and recognizing it and being able to be the witness of that helps you to move through it and be able to heal through it. And so this is just you being able to kind of be the observer and kind of recognize in your life when this is coming up, and, just loving yourself through it. We can't push all of our emotions away. We don't want to like spiritually bypass everything that happens and just be like, oh, just think positive and everything's gonna go away. Sometimes we gotta like ask ourselves, where is this coming from? Or how can I utilize this? Or how can I work with this? Or what do I need? Sometimes maybe you just need to take a nice relaxing bath. Sometimes you need to take action. Sometimes there's someone you need to speak to or like heal something with, or there's a change you have to make. So pay attention to these energies. They're speaking to you, but you don't have to be ruled by them. This is a message that you can use your sensitivities in order to tap into your artistic gifts to create more balance. Also, reminding yourself, I've been through this before, I can make it through again, could help you if you're having trouble with something that's arising in your life that's causing you to feel off balance. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 2, the raw quartz crystal, what is it that you want and how can you get it? What is it that you desire? How can you create it? So it looks like those of you guys who chose number 2 are wanting some type of change in your home or in your environment. It could be something specific, like you want to remodel your kitchen, or you want to be able to get some new furniture, or you wanted to redecorate. For some people, it's like, I need a bigger space, or this neighborhood does not suit me, or I want to live somewhere that's better for me or my needs. Maybe you have some kids and they're sharing rooms and you're like, I really want to move into a house where my kids have their own rooms and we have space where it's not so cluttered. Maybe some of you guys actually want to move, like, you know, be able to purchase your first home or be able to invest in real estate. Some of you guys are doing very well, but you want to invest in more real estate. Some people want to be able to move, you know, to another state or another city or another country. It's this vibe of wanting to have a rebirth, a fresh start, a new beginning in your home or in regards to your home situation. If you're happy with your home and you're like, I don't want to move, this is my dream home, I'm feeling great, maybe I've already invested in real estate, or that's not resonating. For some people, it could be talking about somebody moving into your home, like getting married or moving in with your partner or something like that. So that could be something that resonates. Now, how can you create this change? How can you get this? So this is the fox. It's the movement card. If I get this card or the horse card in a reading, a personal reading, I usually see it as a message of movement, a physical move. The horse has more to do with traveling, but the fox is moving house, change in locations, change in direction. And so I think this is another clarifier that this is actually something that's meant to be, something that's coming in your life, something that would be really well suited for you. I think in order to get this, maybe it's just listening to yourself. I think sometimes change can be difficult, and maybe you've been getting this message for a while that you need to change your home or your situation or something, and you put that out of your mind because it's such a big change, or it requires a lot of abundance, or it requires a lot of work or effort, and where maybe it's something that you feel like you won't be able to do until like way in the future. But this is like listening to yourself and trying to take like extra steps to make this happen. It's funny, I gave the advice to someone on my channel who is trying to manifest their dream house, like to go to an open house and just look around and have that experience and ask questions. Obviously, if you're not going to buy a house, don't like make a personal appointment or waste someone's time. But if you happen to walk by an open house and you see people walking in and out of it, why not just walk inside, look around, and just kind of daydream what that would be like, and see grab a flyer and just kind of keep that in your mind and your heart. There's like little things you can do. Sometimes you can, if you're really attracted to a certain city, maybe you can plan to travel there for a weekend or for a week or something and just have the experience of being there and see what it's like. There's little things you can do right now in order to manifest this move. Maybe you can pack a box. This is what I did when I tried to manifest moving the last time, but it like wasn't happening. I just started getting rid of things and I packed a box, and I had the box in the corner, and it was there for months and months, and my partner was like, what are you doing? And I was like, we're moving and I'm starting to pack. And funny enough, like that really kind of got me to start thinking more about moving and like rearranging my budget to make it happen and taking on extra work and stuff like that. So there's a lot you're going to have to do to make this happen. If you're someone who wants to invest in real estate, then maybe it is looking at different properties or contacting a lawyer or someone to help you with the finances or the arrangements. If it's wanting to manifest love into your life, or living with a partner, or getting married or something like that, bringing something new into your home, this is definitely a message of patience, but like put yourself out there, start over. So I feel like this message has a lot to do with manifesting and maybe just trying little tips and tricks to kind of get your hopes up. It seems like it's kind of a long path for some of you. Some of you guys might be moving pretty soon, but for some of you guys, it's like the dream home. Make a vision board of the kind of home you want to manifest and what it's going to look like. I made this vision board like a year before I moved to LA of exactly what kind of apartment I wanted. I wanted a loft with brick walls. I wanted a view out my window of palm trees. I like had this whole thing, and when I finally went to look at places every single place was just like, no, 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 oh my God, this is awful, this is scary, oh, this one's out of my budget, or I don't like this neighborhood. And then I got to this one apartment, it literally was a loft with brick walls and palm trees out the window, beautiful sunset, you know, great price, everything. And I was just like, this looks exactly like my vision board. And when I got the place, I decorated it exactly like the pictures that I had saved. And it was just so weird seeing that vision come into reality. So maybe it's time to vision board. Maybe in your mind, you know, you want a blue house with a red door and a white picket fence, but get pictures on a vision board, like figure out exactly the things that you want. Figure out like what kind of couch you're gonna get or this or that. And don't let your circumstances like, you know, keep you from dreaming and just thinking about the possibilities here. Listen to yourself, and you're worthy of having this change. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you later. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 3, the yellow citrine crystal, let's get a message for you about what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, and how to get it or how to create this change in your life. So there's a couple things here. Okay, please only take what resonates. There's a lot of you guys here who've chosen this one, and there's a lot of different things coming out and like bombarding me. The first thing I see is that some of you guys are here and like you don't even really know what you want, but you know that you just want a change. You just want to take a different path, you want to take a risk, and you want to change. Whatever it is, you're kind of, it's not like you're stuck or you're totally sick of where you're at, you just want a change. That's some of you guys that are here. Another group of you guys, you want to go on your own. Some of you guys out there are like living with your family still, or maybe you're living with a roommate or something, and you're like, I just want to be on my own. Or maybe you feel like there's a lot of people influencing you and your choices and decisions, and you just want to be free. There's just like, I want to be free, I want to be on my own, I want to take my own path, and I want to really like step into my power. There's a couple of you guys here that are actually desiring a breakup. You might be with someone romantically and you want to get out of that situation. For some of you guys, it's a toxic situation where you're like, I don't know how I'm going to leave this person, but I need to for my greatest good. Some of you guys are just like, this relationship isn't working for me anymore, and I need to be able to like, just like go on my own. So take what resonates. Maybe all of those messages might resonate for some of you. Maybe just one of them does. Remember, lots of different messages coming out for different people. Now, how can you get this? Once again, there's going to be a couple of different messages coming out. For some of you guys, education is key. Like researching. For some of you guys, this is about going off to school or off to a trade school, or getting like an internship or something like that, working with somebody or a group of people or a new job that will like train you and get you to the next level and create this change you're looking for. For some of you guys, this is like research. Like if you're getting a divorce or something like that, maybe it's researching online, like the process, how it works, like what it's gonna cost, like have like other people that have been through it, their experiences, like really doing all the research you can to make this happen. And of course, I don't think every single person here is getting a divorce. There might be a couple of you. It might be something like that where it's a big change, you're leaving other people behind. Some of you guys are leaving your family, going off on your own. Maybe you're young, you're like in your early 20s, maybe it's a little later in life, but maybe it's doing research on like how to have a budget or what it's going to take or the prices on everything or your transportation situation or getting the job you need. So like researching all of that. I see filling out forms, maybe some legal things for some of you guys. It's like taking action and like dotting your I's, crossing your T's, doing the little tiny things you need to do to get your ducks in a row with paperwork and legal stuff, all of that. I think whatever this change is, it seems to be bringing up a fear of like the mourning process, because it's like you're leaving something behind. And even if what you're leaving behind is something you're so ready to leave behind, it's still going to be kind of like sad. And so when I manifested this awesome trip to travel the world and to like leave the United States behind and to have like my dream lifestyle, that was amazing for me, but I still kind of went through a mourning process, like a grieving process of just leaving my old life. And even if everything was great on the other side, which it was and it has been, there's still like some sadness from like things you leave behind. And so if you're changing your circumstance or your situation, or even if you're leaving something that doesn't serve you, there's still gonna be some sad things. Maybe you're like, I just keep seeing like you're going on your own or something as a message is what you want. So something that could be holding you back is this fear of that, of being alone or being on your own. Or maybe the fear of like being broke or stranded or screwed over. And having to let these people go. I feel like this message has a lot to do with like maybe thinking about and like preparing yourself for some and asking yourself like, what are my fears? Like, what is the truth here? How can I combat this? So you're prepared as you make this decision. So as far as like, how can you get this? It seems like education, dotting your I's, crossing your T's, like just getting started with the baby steps of like making this happen, doing all the like the logical steps, and then also tapping into your heart to ask yourself like, what are your biggest fears and how can you confront this? The fears and the doubts will still be there as you continue forward on this process, but this card is saying like, prepare yourself, like start thinking about how you can still thrive through this. And it's really just like a feel the fear and do it anyways kind of vibe with these cards. So I hope that this resonates with you and this helps. Thank you so much for supporting me and coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 4 or the Leopard jasper stone, what is it that you want? What is it that you desire, and how can you get it? Those cards making me laugh. So this is abundance. This is talking about money, finances, and this is talking about something big coming through. So I'm kind of getting the vibe here. This might have to do with like something material or like a big purchase. And there's nothing wrong with wanting something material. Maybe it's something like a new car or transportation. The more that you allow yourself to receive, the more you can give. And so you don't have to feel guilty for wanting something. Maybe it's some kind of equipment. Maybe you want like music recording equipment, or you want some new art equipment, or maybe you want something like some new clothes for your vacation, or maybe you want like a new opportunity that will only come with some type of abundance or money or something like that. For some of you guys, you're doing very well financially, but you just want to increase your finances, or you want to add more to your retirement account, or you want to be a good steward, or you want to donate this money, or there's some kind of big purchase or big process you're going to be starting. Maybe it has to do with you want a return on an investment or something like that. So we have people from all walks of life, all different financial situations here to watch this message. But whoever you are, wherever you come from, whatever your situation, it seems like this has to do with like money, finances, like using it wisely or receiving more of it or increasing it. And so here's like a tip for you on how to receive this. There's something about the moon coming up here. And so the first thing I think of is manifesting with the moon cycle. If you haven't watched it, I have a whole folder on my channel, like a whole playlist called Manifest with Me in March. And even though it isn't March, I would highly suggest that you start with the first video and you watch all the videos, or you watch most of them, because each video I walk you through every single day of a moon cycle, which is around like 31 days. And so I'm teaching you guys in that series how to be able to use the moon cycle and harness its energy to manifest. And so whatever it is you're trying to manifest, whether it's money for a lot of you guys here or something else, you can harness the energy of the moon by doing certain things and acting certain ways during different phases of the moon. You can increase your energy, the things that you do, your visualizations, and bring energy into the 3D with that. So for instance, during the new moon, when you look up in the sky and the moon is barely visible or just like a little sliver, kind of pointed more in this direction. That's when you set your intention, when you visualize, when you meditate on what you want. When the moon splits in half, that's called the first quarter moon, and that is when you take action. When the moon gets full, that's when you release, you surrender, you let go, you trust. And then as the moon is heading, it's in the balsamic moon, it's in the waning phase, it's like disappearing, heading back towards the new moon. That's when you rest, you relax, you open to receive. So that's just a quick recap. You can Google it, you can look up the last episode of Manifest with Me. I did a video explaining the whole thing. And so check it out, but it seems like manifesting with the moon is really going to help you. This card is also about creating change. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. So if you keep doing the same thing, expecting different results, if you keep working the same job and keep having the same spending habits and expect that your finances are going to change, it's not going to happen. So this is talking about creating little changes with your habits. Something that helps save money that I talk about all the time on this channel is not eating out. Like literally go on Pinterest and find 3-ingredient meals, 5-ingredient meals. There's 3-ingredient vegan meals, 3-ingredient vegetarian meals, or whatever your diet is. You can eat well, you can do great, you can be healthy, and you can save a ton of money. You can even look up $20 budget for a week for groceries or whatever your budget is, and there's amazing people out there that have shared what they've done. We're all in this together, you guys. That's what I love about the information era, the internet. There's so many tips out there, so many people sharing love and light. Tap into those valuable resources, learn from people who've done it before, maybe even create your own budget or your own way to do it, and then reward yourself. Once a month, go out for food or drinks or whatever, but you can save so much money doing that. Some of you guys, money isn't the problem, it's just wanting to increase it or wanting to put it in the right place. And so, pray and trust your heart that you'll be connected with the right consultant or the right person or the right thing to invest in. That's something that I feel like is important, and some of you guys are waiting on some type of investment in return. The message here is patience. Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time when it comes to money and saving, and it's little by little. And so I feel like there is a big message of patience here, like it's coming, it's on its way, but I hope that these tips help. Thank you guys once again for coming to my channel. If you're interested in receiving a personal reading, head to my website. There's so many options. I have new readings available. Whether you want to talk with me face to face, like through Skype or video chat, we can do that. Or if you just want a private reading, you can. Some people just like to be more anonymous, and that's totally fine. I've heard it all. I've seen it all. Nothing you ask me is off limits. I've been through it all, and so I just want you guys to know I'm here for you if you need to talk. If you do feel like you need professional help or something that's more psychological, I'm not a therapist, so make sure that you head over to psychologytoday.com to find a licensed professional therapist or counselor in your area if that's something that you need. I highly recommend that. And I want to thank you guys once again for coming to my channel. I'll see you later. Peace out.